So this is prenatal growth and development. As we've said earlier, normal human growth and development can be divided into three or two, most likely, you can say, distinct phases. So we have the prenatal, that's the fetal or intrauterine. We have the natal, and then we have the postnatal. Prenatal is when this child is growing intrauterine life, and then natal, the circumstances surrounding birth, during birth, you can say. Then we have the postnatal. All the stages where we are now is postnatal, immediately after birth, all the way to death. You can say it's postnatal. So, prenatal, it is from conception to birth. Then surrounding birth is natal. So this is the fastest period of growth, and it's accounting for around 30% of the eventual height. It's affected by maternal status. We're going to do what's called teratogenesis or teratology. Then there is nutrition, radiation, smoking, alcohol, hormones, and intrauterine environment. So the prenatal development occurs during the 40 weeks prior to birth. We can say maturity begins at 7 weeks to 40 weeks. Before 37 is premature birth. Above 40 is called post-datism. Now we have three stages in prenatal development. We have the germinal period, we have the embryonic period, we have the fetal period. So the germinal period is from fertilization and implantation. Then we have embryonic period. All these need the support systems, general growth and change. Then there is sexual differentiation. And then we have the fetal period. These are full-term fetus. So we have three stages in prenatal development. It occurs during the 40 weeks. This one you need to remember. Then we have the germinal period. We begin to look at it on isolation. So this is fertilization and implantation. Two things involved here. Fertilization, the process of fertilization. We're going to look at it later in a different lecture. And then we have implantation, when the blastocyst embeds itself in the endometrium. Fertilization is when the sperm, the male egg, the male and the female egg unite to form a single cell. And then this zygote is formed here. Full, it's haploid. They form a single cell called a zygote. The zygote travels through the fallopian tube toward the uterine. A cell division by mitosis begins by day 4. Approximately 60 to 70 cells arranged in a hollow ball, referred to as blastocyst, is the one that usually implants. Then it ushers in the next period called embryonic period. So usually implantation takes place from day 6, 7, 8, around there. So averagely it takes place in day 7, since or from the time of fertilization. So the second is embryonic period. We've done the germinal period. We have embryonic period. Embryonic period, this is the period when there is formation of structures. It begins from the end of the 2nd week to the end of the 8th week. Tentatively, or you can say, is 3rd week to 8th week of development. So during the 1st week of embryonic period, the embryo disc separates into 3 layers. This one we're going to look at it into details later. We form the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm. The ectoderm forms anything that communicates to the outside world. the nervous system, the skin. And in the mesoderm, it becomes the structures between the endoderm and the ectoderm. So it gives us the skeleton, the muscles, the reproductive system, the inner layers of the skin. And then finally, we have the endoderm. This one is the lining of the respiratory system, the digestive system, all the lining of the viscera, the glands there. They also form the lining, comes from the endoderm. So the support system development here, we have the placenta, we have the hormones, we have the umbilical cord, we have the amniotic sac. These are the structures that support it. Then 21 to 28 days, the eyes begin to develop. 5 weeks, the arms and the legs bud. 7 weeks, the facial structures connect. 8 weeks, major organs development are completed. This one we need to remember very well. And then sex differentiation. You can be able to appreciate between 12th week to 16th weeks. You can be able to see via the ultrasound the sex of the baby. Then finally, we have the fetal period. Focuses on growth and maturation from the 9th week to birth. By the end of the 3rd month, the fetus is 3 inches long and is weighing 2.12 kilos. So the fetus moves spontaneously. There is heartbeat. On the 4th month, the fetus sucks and can swallow. So the mother probably can feel the quickening. And then the 5th month, there's covering around the skin of the baby called the vernix. Then the 6th month, the sensory receptors become well established. Survival rates between 20 and 30th week and beyond. 20 and 26 weeks, transitional period, turning point in probability of survival till the womb. Then the chances of survival on the 22nd week, chances of survival are 20%. 26th week, 80%. As we go up, more survival beyond that weeks. So on the 8th to 9th months, the fetus can gain up to 1.3 to 1.8 kilos. The respiratory system matures, the central nervous system matures. On the 9th month, turns head down, prepares for birth. Some changes in preparation for birth, development of sleep and waking cycles. 27 weeks, eyelids open, eye function, perception of light. Fetus can hear, soothe by lullaby. Thank you so much. Till next time, we do another one.